Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 13 of Grim Scenarios. I am your host, Milk, here with my co-host, Emma. You have something you'd like to say?
Definitely not the first time we've attempted to record episode 13. Hopefully, it goes better than last time. We apologize for not having our release last week. It was very confusing to all of us, particularly. There was just some stuff, like one of the audio tracks was messed up. Our editor was out of town, and when she got back and told us it was Tuesday, and we did not have time to fix it or record until prior to Wednesday, so we just canceled last week's episode, and we're incredibly sorry to anyone who was tearing up in their eyes, depressed, falling over themselves in grief because they missed an episode of Grim Scenarios.
We know this is the best part of your week, everybody, and we really feel bad about not getting an episode out to you.
If all you were living for was listening to Grim Scenarios, I am incredibly sorry. You get it 1 week later.
Yeah, and we're still gonna cover the same content, which is great for us because we've already done this once, and so we know what we're doing.
Yeah. Anyway, before we jump in, this is of course Wednesday, August 23rd.
Yeah, that sounds right.
That's the day that this is releasing.
Wednesday, August 23rd, a day that I'm not definitely going to be on an airplane for a substantial portion of the day.
Which means, of course, that 4 days ago, August 22nd, 3 days ago, the 20th of August, tickets for Ravenswood stock in the United Kingdom went on sale, and they may already be sold out because there's only 200 tickets. And you had to jump in line at exactly 10 a.m. my time. Not sure what that time zone is for you. Do you hope to get tickets? I do not know if I was one of the 200 people who managed to successfully purchase a ticket or not yet. Because this is the future.
That's right. Ooh, we're in the future.
But if there are tickets still available, you should go get them, because there's only 200, and they might be sold out already by the time you're hearing this, at ravenswoodstock.com. But if you, of course, missed out on that for whatever reason, likely because you didn't hear this in time,
Yeah, I just realized, Emma, that this advertisement, this piece of shameless shilling in particular, is entirely without purpose. We've literally just wasted 2 minutes of everyone's time.
Hello, this is your friendly neighborhood editor, Kim, just here to jump in and let you know that Emma and Milk did not in fact waste your time, because the sale of Ravenswood stock tickets were delayed until today, August 23rd, where they will go on sale at 3 p.m. EST or 9 p.m. BST if you're in the UK and actually more likely to go to this convention. So get on it. They're going to be selling out very quickly. So good luck.
You know, there might still be tickets for Ravenwood stock available. We don't know. But if there aren't, you might be able to get tickets to Las Vegas Clocktower Con, which still has tickets available. That's from October 27th to 29th in Las Vegas, which is a city in Nevada. That's what they said it there. A lot of people think it's called Nevada, because that's what it should be called. That's like how you would pronounce it if you were pronouncing the Spanish word. Like, it's the clear, correct pronunciation.
You are competent with linguistics, for example.
But in Nevada, they prefer to call it Nevada and get really upset when you try to tell them it's probably called Nevada. Anyway, October 27th to 29th, VegasClocktowerCon.com. Go buy your tickets to Magicians, Gamblers, and Drunks.
Magicians, Gamblers, and Drunks. See what I did there, Emma? A little hang on.
Oh, right, because you're playing the Magician this week.
Yeah, a little teaser there.
And of course, if you haven't bought your tickets yet to Clocktower Con DC, which does not take place in the District of Columbia, we apologize for the confusing terminologies. It takes place in a suburb called McLean.
It's Tyson's. Nobody calls it McQueen.
Tyson's Quarter. That is April 12th to 14th of next year. There's about 100 weekend badges left as of the last time I checked.
I think it's just about 100.
Oh, which was about a week before you're hearing this. So...
Again, the future! Woo!
With that, is there anything else I was forgetting? No. Let's go talk about our script,
We
Mill.
should talk about the script a little bit, Emma. We have done this script. We've played this script quite a bit. I think between the two of us, we've played this script quite a few times. It's a very popular script in the community in general. It is a really fun script that you should check out. I will actually, it probably won't break anything if I pop it out here. It is the horrifying spectacle of public executions, written by our very good friend Navean.
Mm-hmm. It was like basically the first seed in the Clocktower's World Cup of scripts, and then promptly lost in the first round because this script is cursed when people try to make content out of it. But surely, Milk, that won't happen to us.
It couldn't
again.
possibly happen to us because
A second time.
surely we haven't been cursed. But we have to say that Navean is a fantastic scriptwriter. It's actually, like, despite this supposed curse, which I do not believe in, I have no evidence of the curse in any way, shape, or form. Navean is an incredible scriptwriter. Actually, Navean was one of the scriptwriters who, like, kind of inspired me when I was, like, first learning how to write scripts. And I really, like, one of my very favorite scripts, which is Dead Not Done, is also a script that they wrote. So Navean, big thanks from me personally, and a big shout out to you because your scripts are fantastic.
The funny thing is we did this shout out before, but no one will ever hear it.
That's right. Well, maybe Kim could pull it, because I think I did it last time too, and I think Kim could pull it. So you could just have that chunk. If you want to just say things that are nice about Navean again, we could probably do it, but we don't.
Yeah. Anyway, as you know, about a month ago at this point, we were giving away a free ticket to Clocktower Con, the one in DC, not the one in Coventry in the United Kingdom, or the one in Las Vegas, the one in DC. We asked people to send in a script they'd like us to cover, a character they'd like us to cover on that script, and their favorite episode to date. And Bruce, who's an awesome dude, he plays on the CT stream and sometimes the TPI Sunday stream, asked us to cover Horrifying Spectacle of Public Execution and the Leech, so we'll be doing that on the back half of this episode. But first, Milk, you have the Magician token.
I love tokens like this. This is the kind of token that really appeals to me. So I'm really looking forward to seeing what this scenario holds for me, Emma.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So, Milk, what can you tell me about playing the Magician?
Well, obviously I've gone a little out of focus, but as I come back into focus, the Magician is what I think we often refer to as a disruption role. It's a role that makes it harder for the evil team to interact with one another. It makes it harder for the evil team to find each other or communicate. It is a little bit like the Poppy Grower, which is maybe a more harsh or maybe a little bit even stronger version of this role, similar in some ways. But the way that the Magician works, the token reads essentially that the minions learn you in addition to their demon as a potential demon during minion information. And the demon learns you as a potential minion during during demon information, rather. So the demon learns you as a potential minion, which means in a 12-player game, the demon sees 3 minions. And the minions learn you as a potential demon, which means that the minions see 2 potential demons. And this disrupts the ability of the evil team to communicate bluffs from the demon to the minions, and for the minions and the demon to coordinate, especially early in the game. Usually, evil teams are able to solve the Magician within a couple of days, whether that's by using information that they get from town, right? There might be information that they hear of from townsfolk that they think is true, that might point them that the Magician is good rather than being their demon, or that the demon might hear. There are some interactions. A no-dashi sitting next to a Magician can cause some problematic interactions for a Magician. There are some other things too, but essentially, the Magician provides this huge amount of disruption to the evil team's ability in the early game. So it makes it more likely that minions are going to be double claiming and not have bluffs, and it makes it possible for the Magician to pretend to be evil and get the evil team to out to them. And we'll probably talk about that a little bit more as we go forward.
Yeah, sorry, Artemis jumped in my lap in the middle of that. It was like she was disrupting our communications. Much like you explained how the Magician disrupts the communications of the evil
But Artemis is adorable, and everybody loves adorable doggos, so of course, no one is going to complain about this disruption.
Anyway, with that excellent introduction, let's go to the Grim.
Grim it is.
Alright, Milk, you are sat, of course, in seat number 2, which means your neighbors are seats 1 and seat 3. Because that's how numbers work.
Yep, that's a good point, Emma. Thanks for that. Appreciate you.
Anyway, as the Magician, you wake up on night 1, not at all.
Yep. I do have a marker in the night. I do have a marker in the night order, but I am not actually woken by the storyteller. That's just a reminder to give the Magician information to the evil team.
In this game, the storyteller woke you and asked you to be mad about being the klutz because the Serenova selected you.
Awesome. So the Serenovus has selected me to be mad about being the klutz. And we'll also take the marker for Serenovus Madness. There we go. So I am mad as the klutz. Well, I can't do anything about that. There's literally nothing I can do about it.
So why might a Serenovus target one of their 2 demons?
There's a couple of reasons. The first reason is that the Serenovus' job is to confuse town about who is what. Serenovusing a potential demon creates the possibility that, for example, the next day that demon can come out as having been made Serenovus mad, which makes them look more good. So that's a possibility, right? It also, having been made mad as the klutz, which is an outsider, is a role that probably isn't likely to get killed early or is going to try to avoid getting killed early. The Serenovus might also just be end-running this and wanting to trap one of the 2 people who could be their demon, or could be the Magician rather, not be their demon, with a bluff that's going to be hard to work around, or that's going to make them look potentially like more good or more evil. Yeah, there's a lot of possible reasons.
Okay, well, you, after getting that Serenovus maddening, you wake up on a beautiful day 1. Everything is great. We're in a special time that Ravenswood Bluff where the storytellers live forever that exists only for this Grim scenario. In any case, as you wake up, the storyteller does their spiel, which is delightful, of course, and then seat 4 immediately pings you.
Seat 4 immediately pings me. Let's go talk to seat 4. That sounds great.
Okay. Well, seat 4 says, all right, the Vigor Mortis, what are you?
I'm the klutz.
They go, no, seriously, dude, what are you? The bluffs are cult leader, chambermaid, and magician.
Yes, and I am the klutz.
They go, Jesus, Milk, did you make yourself mad on day 1?
I am definitely the klutz.
Alright. Well, I guess I'll talk to seat 1 then. Maybe they'll be less absurd.
Sounds great. I'm just the klutz. Don't know what I can do for you.
What do you think just happened there, Milk?
I'm almost certain that was the lunatic. The reason that I think that was the lunatic, we'll go ahead and click on them and we'll change them to a good Vigor Mortis. The reason I think that was the lunatic is because they've given me Magician as one of the bluffs. Showing a Magician as a lunatic minion is always great, and also they didn't indicate having seen 3 minions, which I know should be the case. So that's the lunatic in seat 4.
Okay.
Now I'm not going to disrupt the lunatic right now for a couple of reasons. The first, I would have to out myself as the klutz, right? The second is that the lunatic might be able to do their own thing in rustling out a minion. Maybe seat 1 actually is a minion who's been shown to the lunatic as one of their minions. So I can't really do anything about it right now, and I wouldn't anyway. I would let the lunatic continue figuring out what's going on.
Okay, so you're going to participate in deceiving this poor lunatic.
At least for the day. I mean, here's the thing. I can't give them the evidence that they're the lunatic, right? Because to do so I would have to break madness. And currently it doesn't benefit me to break madness.
If you break madness, the demon and the minions will find you.
Right, which is exactly the opposite of what I want to do with my role. I want to make it hard for the demon and the minions to find one another. So presenting myself as being Serenovus mad, like I'm clearly saying I'm just this role, I'm just this role, I'm just this role. The lunatic now thinks that I'll just mark them as the lunatic as well. We can use the lunatic chosen reminder here. The lunatic clearly thinks that I'm one of their minions and that I've made myself Serenovus mad, right? And if they take that to seat 1, and if seat 1 is the demon who's been shown to the lunatic as a lunatic minion, right? That's great. They're going to say, Milk is the Serenovus. He's made himself Serenovus mad. The idiot always does that kind of stuff, right? It's going to work out great for me because that demon is going to out themselves to me. So I'm happy to let this play. I'm happy to let this play run for a day or two and see what happens.
Okay, well, you get back to town, and this time I'll let you pick who you want to speak to. Let's say everyone's here out of happenstance.
Well, seat 4 is going to go talk to seat 1, and as much as I'd love to go find out what the other lunatic minion is claiming, I am going to go talk to... Let's go talk to the person across the grid from me. Let's talk to seat 8.
Okay, you talk to seat 8. What are you gonna... How are you playing with this Serenovus madness?
So, I'm gonna be pretty cagey with other people. Obviously, I was just straight up with the Vigor Mortis because I don't really... Or with the lunatic Vigor Mortis, because I don't really have a choice in that specific situation. But here, I'm not gonna immediately claim to be the klutz. I'm gonna banter a little bit. Hey, what's going on? What do you feel like doing here? What kind of claim do you want to make? I'd like some information. I don't have a ton of information myself, but I'd be willing to kind of help share information, maybe.
Okay, they go. Well, I also don't have information. I'm not an information role.
Yeah, I'm also not an information role. I'm willing to say, let's see, is there Fangu on this script? No, there is a Godfather, but it's probably useful to just go ahead and say that I'm an outsider, and probably killing me early isn't a great idea.
They go, interesting. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
They go, you're an outsider, huh?
Yeah, I'm an outsider, for sure. I got an outsider token.
Alright, they say. Well... Interesting.
Not the lunatic,
Thanks.
Obviously. I mean, I wouldn't probably know at this point, right? So.
Yeah, if you were the lunatic, you probably wouldn't know yet. So.
Yep.
Cool.
Anything else you wanna say? Are you an outsider or are you townsfolk? I think it's fair.
They say, I'm a townsfolk. I am the monk. I'm gonna look for someone better to protect than an outsider.
Yeah, there's literally no reason to ever protect me. I wouldn't protect me.
Yeah, especially the Godfather. Don't want you to be executed during the day and all.
Yeah, I want to die at night. So, I mean, the ideal is that, I get killed in the night.
Yeah.
I would prefer to live during the day as an outsider.
Okay.
That is which I am.
Alright. Next conversation, I'll let you pick again. Everyone happens to be back. All of them.
Now I'll go talk to seat 1 because that seems reasonable.
Okay. Seat 1 says, Hello.
Hey,
how's it going?
Yeah, I'm good. How are you?
They go, not bad. What do you feel like doing?
I'm just a klutz.
They go, really, you're the klutz?
Yep, just a klutz. Definitely a klutz.
They go, that sounds wrong, Milk. I've already talked to a klutz.
Huh. Did you talk to the player in seat 4 by any chance?
They go, yeah.
Okay.
Funny thing is, I have a seamstress no between you and the player in seat 4.
A seamstress no between me and the player in seat 4? That's really strange.
And I know you're not the klutz, because seat 7 is the klutz.
I mean...
And I believed them, and I think you're a little liar.
I think...
Liar? What are you actually, Milk? Tell me the truth.
I can't say anything but that I'm the klutz, because that's the truth, and I'm the klutz. So, yeah, I mean, maybe the player in seat 7 is lying? I mean, that seems likely.
They go, no, they're not lying, they are the klutz. You're lying.
I'm not, I'm just the klutz. I mean, I don't have any reason to lie about being the klutz. I mean, it's a Godfather game, I don't really want to die early, so, you know, basically, there's no incentive for me to lie to town about my role.
Yeah, no incentive. Huh.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, Milk. Have it your way.
I mean, I would love to tell you something different, but I'm just the klutz.
You can get one more conversation today, Milk.
So that was pretty suspicious. I'm gonna mark that player as a potential demon candidate. Not sure what demon. Probably not the Vortox. Yeah, that's a potential demon to me. The reason that I'll just mark him as the Vortox because it's the easiest token. The reason that's a potential demon to me is they have information, first of all, that I don't believe. Second of all, they seem to think that I'm not the thing that I am very clearly. And that being the case, right, that suggests that they might have information that suggests I'm not the thing that I am. Could be the Cerenovus, but not playing with me the way that I think a Cerenovus would. So it suggests someone who might have seen me potentially as a minion, but not necessarily someone who's seen me as a demon. I've also marked a player in seat 7 as the klutz. I doubt that they are the klutz, but I'm definitely going to go talk to them.
Okay, that'll be your final conversation for the day. You go and talk to seat 7.
Hey, what's up, seat 7? How you doing?
They go, how's it going? Just klutzing my way around town.
Yeah, you're the klutz. That's weird, because I think that's a double claim.
They go, oh, a double claim? Me? I think I'm the only klutz, Milk, because I'm the one with the token.
No, I'm definitely the klutz, so I guess you're probably lying to cover up a more powerful role?
They go, no. We both know that I'm the klutz, Milk. Stop this nonsense now.
No, I'm definitely the klutz. I don't know what it is that you could possibly... What benefit do you have from bluffing klutz here? There's literally no reason to bluff klutz. There's nothing... I mean, I guess maybe there's a powerful townsfolk role that might want to bluff klutz, but there's just no reason. I mean, klutzes probably want to come out. They probably want to get killed early, which isn't necessarily great, although on a Godfather script, if there's a Godfather in play, of course...
Yo, Milk, this isn't a psychotherapy session. I don't know why you're choosing to bluff klutz.
Because I'm the klutz.
They go, but you're not. Do you want to just tell me a little bit what you actually are? Just a little bit? Just a hint?
I'm the klutz. I'm definitely the klutz who has seen the klutz token, who has the klutz token, and I just don't understand why you're claiming klutz.
Because I'm the klutz!
Yeah, well, obviously we're not going to gain anything out of a conversation where we both just say the words "I'm the klutz" to each other over and over again. Although I'm sure chat is really, really enjoying, or our audience at home, not chat, our audience at home is really enjoying just Emma and I saying the words "I'm the klutz" at each other over and over again. So I'm going to just go ahead and say this conversation is not going to bear fruit.
Alright, that's your final conversation for the day, so let's take stock of the game, Milk. What do you think is up?
So the player in seat 1 is suspicious. If they are a seamstress with a no on me and the player in seat 4, they could be the leech host, they could be the Vortox, or they could just be lying. I was going to go ahead and stick the leech poison token here as a reminder, as a possibility. Could be the leech host getting false information. Could be the Vortox, or could be that it's a Vortox game rather than their information is Vortoxed. Or it could be that they're just lying, and that they might be the demon who's confused about why I've self-Cerenovused. Player in seat 7 I have marked as the Cerenovus because that was a little too playful for a real counterclaim. The tone of voice that Emma was using, the way the conversation kind of went, it wasn't a player like trying to suss out whether I was Cerenovus mad, like looking at the script and trying to figure out what was going on. It wasn't a player that was really concerned with klutz issues like getting killed early or being in a double claim of klutz or the Godfather getting a kill. It was just a player who was fooling around with me. That felt more Cerenovus-like. socially at least.
Okay. Well, you get back to town. There's lots of talk. And despite some fears of boom-dandiery, Seat 11 is executed and dies after claiming chef and saying that they've heard of a cannibal, and then everyone goes to sleep. That night, the Serenova selects you to be mad that you're the cult leader.
Now I'm mad as the cult leader. Oops, nope, that's not what I wanted. Oh, is this what I want? I guess this is how it works. So I'm currently mad as the cult leader. Cool, thanks.
Alright, and you wake up and you discover that Seat 10 has died. But before anyone can go off and do anything, Seat 7 says, "Oh, thank God, I was Serenovus mad yesterday as the klutz, but I'm actually the cult leader."
Alright, and I'll say, no, I don't think that's right. You didn't try to form a cult yesterday, did you?
They go, "I couldn't. I was Serenovus mad as the klutz, Milk."
I see. That makes a lot of sense, that you would not form a cult if you were Serenovus mad as the klutz. I actually can kind of understand that.
They go, "No one tried to form a cult yesterday, Milk. Not even you."
Apropos of nothing, I'm actually the cult leader. I didn't try to form a cult yesterday because I was evil yesterday. But I am good today, and will try to form a cult today because I want to win with the good team, because the cult leader is a powerful townsfolk role.
Seat 7 goes, "Milk, what are you doing here? We both know that I'm the cult leader."
Nope, I don't think so. I'm pretty sure I'm the cult leader, was turned evil night 1, and now I'm good, and I would like to get a cult win. It's going to be great.
Okay. Who would you like to talk to?
Oh, I definitely want to talk to Seat 4. Yes.
Okay. Seat 4 goes, "Milk, is this some sort of play? Are you just torturing Seat 7?
No, I think that what's going on is I think you might be the lunatic because you've seen my actual role in your bluffs. I'm actually the cult leader, and you're probably not actually the demon. You've definitely seen my actual role, the cult leader, in your bluffs.
Did you make yourself mad as the cult leader, Milk? Because, no, you made Seat 7 mad as the cult leader. I was thinking of bluffing cult leader.
No, you shouldn't bluff cult leader because you're not the demon. You are the lunatic.
I killed Seat 10 last night.
I mean, the demon probably just followed your kill. Your bluffs yesterday, I wasn't sure what was going on yesterday, but today I'm definitely certain that you are the lunatic who saw the Vigor Mortis token, and I am definitely the cult leader. I am definitely in your bluffs. So
Seat 1 told me they were the Godfather. Seat 1 told me they were the Godfather, Milk. They said you were the other. They agreed with me when I said that you were making yourself mad. That was sort of silly.
That would be very silly. I probably wouldn't do that on night 1 because it would make it difficult to transmit information to the demon.
They go, I had enough of this. I'm leaving.
All right. So yeah, I mean, you try to pass information on to players in whatever way you can. None of this is a lie, but it can all be couched within the Serenovus Madness, right? The first thing I'm trying to do here is use the change in what I've been shown as the Serenovus to try to help the lunatic, because I wasn't able to help them yesterday. They've now found an evil player, which is pretty good, right? They found someone who's actually claimed to be the Godfather to them. Could very well be the demon, especially the demon putting a... It's weird that they're putting a seamstress no on... Yeah, almost certainly the demon, right? Putting a seamstress no on me and the lunatic, yeah. And so, from my perspective, right, I'm in a fight with this Serenovus to seem more like the minion than the other than the Serenovus. I have to seem more like the Serenovus than the Serenovus. So I've gone to the player in seat 4 and told them that they're the lunatic because they've seen my role, the cult leader, in their bluffs as a way of telling them, if they were the demon, don't claim cult leader because I'm claiming cult leader and I'm in a double claim of cult leader with this other person, right? So like I've passed on the information to them as best I can to help them escape from lunatic land, but also I've couched it in a way that doesn't break Serenovus Madness.
Alright, well, when you get back down, Seat 3 asks to talk to you.
Yeah, let's go.
Seat 3 goes, alright, you're the cult leader, you say?
Yeah, I'm the cult leader. I was evil on night 1. I'm good now. I'm pretty sure the player in seat 1 might be evil, but I'm not 100% sure. It could be you.
They go, so I'm the dreamer. I saw you as cult leader or Serenovus last night.
You're the dreamer who saw me as cult leader or Serenovus last night. I mean, that tracks. I'm the cult leader. So yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Did you check anybody else, just out of curiosity? I don't know if you're willing to share that.
I saw a boom dandy on seat 5 against a good roll that they asked me not to share.
Sure. That's totally fine. That makes perfect sense. Okay, good. That's useful, I think.
They go, great. So probably not a Vortox game then, because I dreamt you correctly?
You dreamt me correctly, and I'm the cult leader, so there's just no chance of Vortox. But we should probably kill the player in seat 1, right? Because obviously I was turned evil on the first night, and so this seems likely to suggest that since you've dreamed me right, that they must be evil.
They go, here's the thing about the player in seat 1. And I'm cool with killing them, but let me dream them first. Because they've been making weird claims around town from what I've heard. They've told some people they were the seamstress, some people they were the chef. We executed the chef yesterday, I don't believe that. They've told some people they were the leech and asked them to test it. I'm a little worried they're just the boom dandy.
They could just be the boom dandy. It's certainly possible.
They go, so let me try to dream them first, and if I die, I die. But if I live and get them as not the boom dandy, we can kill them, because not a Vortox game, right?
Yeah, that makes sense to me, sure.
They go, cool. Alright, I'm just gonna go to nominations today, Milk, and I'll ask you, who do you want to nominate?
I'd like to nominate the player in seat 5.
Okay. Well, why? Why do you want to nominate the player in seat 5?
I think that the player in seat 5 is probably... Oh, wait, hang on. Right, because I can't say the things without dying. I might just not be able to nominate here. As the Serenov... Oh, no, I want to call for a cult. That's the first thing I want to do, is call for a cult.
Alright, you call for a cult. Not enough hands join.
Yeah, that's fine. But I have to do that. I'm not obligated to do that, so...
Yeah, cult leaders don't have to call.
Yeah, madness is not an obligation, but I want to try to fulfill the cult leader role as much as possible here, so that I look like a cult leader. Obviously, the player in seat 7 also...
They immediately called for a cult as soon as you were done, and they had said, that man's a liar, I'm the real cult leader, let's all join my cult to prove me.
I'm not going to nominate the player in seat 7. So, here's my thought process. I can still look like the demon to these players if I don't drop out of this bluff yet. So the real demon has a bluff, right? They can use that bluff to figure their way out of stuff. If I'm the demon for this Serenovus, I have to continue playing along with the madness and have to play this game with them, because it has to look like I'm the demon going along with it, because I'm not willing to break Serenovus madness to get executed. So I have to be really careful and choose my moment to reveal information out of my Serenovus madness. I can't push on the player that I know is evil, because if I were the demon, I would expect that is the Serenovus outing to me, and therefore I can't push on them. I could push on a different player, but I can't push on a player that I think is a minion or a demon, because that makes me look like not either a minion or a demon. So I have to look like the Serenovus to the demon, and I have to look like the demon to the Serenovus. It's a very fine line to walk. I probably can't maintain it for more than one more day. I should probably nominate the player in seat 4.
Nominate the player in seat 4? What's your accusation?
My accusation is that what they've told me doesn't make sense. I know that there's a double claim of my role, but There might be an explanation for that, and I'm more interested in going after the player in seat 4 right now.
Seat 4 looks shocked.
I've heard a seamstress no between me and them.
Let's go around though, and seat 4 gets executed and dies. You go to sleep. Alright, we're gonna do one more day, I think.
Now, there's a couple of bits of information that are going to be revealed here, and it's pretty important that we killed the player in seat 4 there. The first thing is that lets them know that they're the lunatic, which lets them know that I was trying to tell them the truth, which hopefully makes that player specifically trust me. The second thing is, it will reveal if there's a godfather in play or not. If the player in seat 1 is the godfather, there'll be 2 kills, which means that I will specifically know more than likely that a godfather is in play. Yes, the storyteller could fake it with the tinker. There's nothing else that gets 2 kills here, so I'm just going to have to rely on that. If there's no godfather in play, then I have to start worrying about the possibility of a boom dandy in seat 1.
Okay, well, this night the Serenovus token is shown to you, and you are told fool.
Okay.
Alright, when you wake up, no one has died. The player in seat 7 immediately announces, was Serenovus mad the past days first as the klutz, now as the cult leader, but I'm finally free. I'm just the fool.
Why do you keep lying to everybody about your role? I am the fool. I'm clearly the fool. I've been the fool the entire game.
Someone's like, I just don't know what's up here. Seat 5 says, I think we should probably execute seat 8. The exorcist who chose them last night. Seat 8 goes, I'm the monk who chose seat 3 to make sure they'd get a good dream. If it was a Vortox game, I bet that's why we have no kills. Seat 9 goes, I could also be responsible. I'm the sailor. I did drink with seat 3 last night, so their information might not be good anyway. Seat 3 desperately wants to talk to you.
Yes, let's talk.
They go, Milk, are you actually the fool? What's going on here?
Yeah, I'm the fool. I've been the fool the entire game.
You told me yesterday when I was trying to figure out if my information was Vortox that you were the cult leader like I dreamed you.
No, I'm the fool. Your information's definitely Vortoxed.
There you go. Alright, well, I dreamed seat 1 last night as either the Devil's Advocate or the Seamstress. I don't know what's going on here. Apparently, I was monk protected in a Vortox game, but also sailor drunk.
Didn't you say that you saw seat 5? Didn't you say you saw seat 5 as the role that they were claiming yesterday?
Yeah, they told me they were the Seamstress the day 1. When I said I dreamt them as the Seamstress, they said, yep, that's me, already spent, don't worry about it.
Seat 5 claimed that.
They said maybe they were trying to hide, though, because now they're claiming Exorcist, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But you saw them as the Seamstress, right?
Yeah, I did.
Did you know that
Seamstress or Boom Dandy?
Did you know that seat 1 was claiming to be the Seamstress who saw me and seat 4?
I know seat 1 has claimed Seamstress, I know they've claimed Devil's Advocate, I know they've claimed Chef, I know they've claimed Leech.
Sounds like a boom dandy, really.
Yeah, and I didn't dream them as that, which... Who knows what that means?
Well, I think we executed an outsider yesterday, so I think if there was a Godfather kill, we probably would have had at least 1 kill last night. So I'm thinking that it's probably a boom dandy in play. We should probably kill the player in seat 5 for lying.
They go, okay.
I mean, you dreamed them as something that's not their role. Seems like probably a Vortox game.
Yeah, they go, but if it's a Vortox game, it makes sense I dreamed them. Something that wasn't their role, maybe they just wanted to have it.
Could be. What did you dream? What was the evil role you dreamed them as?
Boom Dandy.
Mm-hmm. That's the kind of evil role that you would show that a storyteller might show on a demon, right? And I mean, with a monk and a sailor possibly in play, there's no reason really to protect an exorcist. They're not going to be able to hit the demon again tomorrow night anyway.
They go, yeah, I guess. Anyway, Milk, we've been going for about 40 minutes. That's probably all the time for we have for this scenario. So who do you think the evil team is?
Well, certainly seat 1 and seat 7 are evil. Seat 1's probably the Boom Dandy. They've put a Seamstress No on me and the Lunatic, probably to make... I mean, I don't know why they've done that, but whatever. Seat 7 is definitely the Sarah Novus having fun playing games with me. I mean, they wouldn't possibly know what role I was being shown every night otherwise, right? I have to play along because I might be the demon. It's possible that Seat 7 has already found their demon, in spite of me going along with it as I would have to. But yeah, that's all I've got. I think potentially the player in Seat 5 is the Exorcist. It's possible it's the player in Seat 8, or the player in Seat 5 is probably evil. It's possible that it's the player in Seat 8. I don't really know. I don't have to find the demon here necessarily. I've disrupted the evil team enough, I think, at this point, that if I'm ever not Sarah mad, I can probably escape. This is probably the day where I push on Seat 7 and reveal that hopefully get Seat 7 killed and reveal that I'm the magician. But I don't really care if I'm Sarah Novus mad. I've pointed out to the lunatic that they're the lunatic by killing them, and then killed them to get information. So yeah, anyway, I've done what I can.
All right.
I don't have to solve the game. I don't have information. Other people have to solve the game.
As Seat 1 is in fact the Boom Daddy, Seat 7 obviously the Sarah Novus, just having fun with you. They didn't know if you were their demon or not. They just figured if you were their demon, you'd look really socially good eventually. Seat 11 was the Dreamer, who of course got all wrong information as Vortex saying. Seat 12, you never got a chance to talk to as your sage. Seat 11, the Chef with a 0, you never got that information.
That would have been then Seat 8 is the demon, but we still get Seat 8.
Yeah, Seat 10 was your Cannibal, killed in the night. Seat 9, your Sailor, who did drunk some people, but it didn't matter much because it was a Vortex name. Seat 6, your Tinker. Seat 5, your Exorcist. Seat 4, your Lunatic. You were the Magician. Seat 8 was the Vortex. The slight clue was, of course, that the Dreamer got bad information, even on the night where the monk Vortex claimed to have monk protection.
There it was. Yeah, the Vortex, the Dreamer was monk protected. Should have gotten good information. No, they were also Sailor. They were potentially Sailor drunk.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't want to make it too easy.
Yeah. So there's no real way to discern that. Yeah, I mean, it was obviously either Seat 5 or Seat 8. We kill Seat 5, we kill Seat 8. It doesn't matter what order we killed them in. We just killed them both. At some point, I might have to break madness to reveal all this to the town, but it's just what happens. And that's how a magician can disrupt an evil team, can make inferences, can use the social cues that you get from players to try to help the game. The player in Seat 4 should trust me. The player in Seat 3 probably is going to lean toward trusting me to some extent. They might not trust me after we kill the Exorcist accidentally, but that's just how things go sometimes.
Exactly. And with that, we'll go on our short second advertising sprint. Well, Milk sets up Game 2, Scenario 2.
That's right.
Anyway, as we said at the top, lots of stuff happening in the Clocktower convention space. Ravenwood stock tickets went on sale a few days ago. There's only 200 of them, and they might already be gone. I don't know, because we're coming to you from the past. I'm recording this for the future. It's mysterious. But if there are still tickets available, ravenswoodstock.com to buy tickets. That's in February, 16th to 18th. Yeah, 16th to 18th February, United Kingdom, Coventry. I already have plane tickets, so even if I didn't manage to grab a convention ticket, I guess I'm going to Europe that week. No, if I don't get tickets, I'll probably rearrange my Europe trip to sometime else. When it's a little warmer. More on the stateside, though. Vegas Clocktower Con or Magicians, Gamblers, and Drunks in Las Vegas, Nevada, October 27th to 29th. Buy tickets at vegasclocktowercon.com. Those are still available. Go have fun. We'll be there. We're doing live from scenarios at Vegas, Nevada. And of course, still about 100 full weekend badges left for Clocktower Con in Tyson's Corner, McLean, Virginia, at the Hilton Tyson's Corner. Beautiful hotel, beautiful event. We went last year, we had a great time. We're going again this year, we're going to have another good time.
Alright, everybody, here we go with our second scenario. Emma is going to be playing the requested character, the Leech. Now, Emma, this scenario might look a little bit familiar. Kim is going to pop up my definitely not insane scrawlings of how I altered the Grim from the definitely not last time that we did this. They are perfectly coherent, and I'm sure everyone can understand them when they see them. They are beautiful, and this is what exists in my brain. Anyway, Emma, why don't we talk a little bit about the Leech as a demon? It's an interesting demon. I think it's one that you and I both consider to be a little bit on the weaker side of the demon pool. So maybe we can talk a little bit about it.
Yeah, I would say of the released demons, the Leech, I would say, is probably the weakest and the most difficult to win games with, because once players figure out it's a Leech game, it's generally not that difficult to figure out where things aren't working or where information is wrong, and they start killing off all of the Leech House candidates, and there's not much the Leech can do about it, except start killing their own minions to try to float two good players with plausibly incorrect information into Final 3. There's lots of roles the Leech doesn't particularly play well with, particularly roles that have a mechanical effect on the game. Because when those roles don't work, it's very, very obvious. So if you want to have a Leech role with mechanical roles, you do need a bunch of duplicators, which this script has. It has some mechanical roles like Fool, Sailor, Monk, but it has duplicators like Exorcist, Devil, and Devil's Advocate, which mean that it's never quite 100% clear whether a Fool's or Sailor's ability is working, or whether a Exorcist or Monk were successful, or whether it was the other one of them.
Just kind of a side thought here. There are some minions that do work better with Leech than others as well, right?
Yeah. DA is very strong with Leech. Because if the DA can survive, they can protect the host into Final 3.
Although that's not that different from being able to protect the demon in Final 3, right? I mean, it's kind of the same thing. But yeah, it is certainly a powerful minion with Leech because it does have the ability to choose where it protects.
If the Leech is outed, a Boom Dandy can try to kill the Leech and fail in its attack after it's executed, leaving 3 good players alive to choose from the pointing rather than just 2 plus the Leech, which is quite powerful, because it makes it that much harder for the good team to get it right, and if they get it wrong, the Leech kills in the night and wins the game. There
are some outsiders as well, I think, we've talked about in the past that work pretty well with Leech too, right? Just as terms of being good for being hosted. Like, outsiders in general are good for being hosted.
Sure. Yeah, the Klutz and Sweetheart are decent Leech hosts because they both normally want to stay alive, and the Godfather further pressures them to stay alive. Tinker as well, though Tinker's a little trickier because a Tinker is going to expect to die at some point, night or day.
Yeah, so I think there's a lot of interesting interactions, and I think this script in particular has built in some pretty good support for the Leech as a demon.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, Emma. This, as I said, is going to look a little familiar to you, but on the first night, the storyteller, that's me, ruggedly handsome as always, comes and visits you in your cottage and says, "Hi, Emma. Your minions are going to be the player in seat 12, the player in seat 4, and the player in seat 5." Now, the last time, I mean, we never did this before, but previously, we may not have discussed Magician up to that point. But here, obviously, we see from the demon's side what it might look like to have a magician in play. I've marked all 3 of those potential minions as the magician on my Grim.
Yeah,
and your bluffs are Sailor, Savant, and Cult Leader.
Alright, now, you may have noticed when we were talking about playing the Leech, I didn't go into a diatribe about how Sailor is a bait bluff for a Leech. But it wasn't because I didn't want to. It's because I had a little inkling, a premonition one might say, that Milk was going to give me a Sailor bluff. And he was going to do this to provoke a rant from me about how Sailor is a bait. When you're the Leech and the storyteller gives you Sailor as a bluff, you should be going, "That's a bait, man."
I mean, it's good to know it's not in play, right? Like, it's good for you as the Leech to know it's not in play.
I don't care if it's in play or not. I just don't want anything getting near my claims with a 10-foot pole.
Why shouldn't you claim Sailor, Emma?
Alright, so here's the thing. It does not matter one bit whether you were the Sailor or the Leech. If you survive an execution, the good team doesn't have to execute you again. They know you're either the sailor or the leech, and therefore, you're not a potential leech host.
Mm-hmm.
And even worse, as the sailor, they've probably wanted to test you at some point, because you've been out there claiming sailor, and if you survive execution, it proves they don't have to kill you ever again, which is really powerful good team stuff. Because then, since you're not actually the sailor, you're the demon, you're going to be in final 3. And instead of having them choosing between 3 people to execute, you've guaranteed that they're only ever going to be choosing between 2. Because why? You took the bait bluff. You bluffed sailor.
So you're not bluffing sailor then, Emma? Is that what we're saying here?
We are
sure?
not bluffing sailor.
Oh.
It's a bit of a bummer that Savant is out of play, because Savant is an excellent leech host. They have lots of information that's very hard to put together, very ambiguous, and when Savant is hosted, it's really tricky to lock down on where the wrong information is and make themselves consider a leech host candidate. Plus, they want to stay alive because they're the Savant and get more information as the game goes on. So it's a bit of a bummer that I know that one of my probably my favorite leech host candidate on this script, the Savant, is out of play. I would have loved to see the Savant in play, especially I would have had a 1 in 8 chance of hitting Savant, which is for a leech. Getting a 1 in 8 chance of hitting the best royal leech host in the game, in the script, that's pretty good.
Pretty good. Right, the 3 magicians are out, and you're the demon, so there's a 1 in 8.
But fortunately, Savant's out of play. So, the things I'm worried about being in play include Fool, Exorcist, and Monk, none of which are my bluffs, and none of which I want to host. Luckily, I know 3 players who definitely aren't the Fool, the Exorcist, or the Monk. They're the players that in seat 12, seat 4, or in seat 5, because they're either a minion, and it's sad if I host a minion, but it's not the end of the world, or the Magician, which is a great leech host, because they're not going to expect it, and they're going to try to stay alive.
Mm-hmm. That sounds accurate.
I don't know which of these 3 is the Magician, but I'm happy to take the 1 in 3 chance I get the Magician by picking my favorite number, which is, of course, 4.
All right, Emma, you have selected the player in seat 4 as your leech host.
Hope I got the Magician.
I hope you got the Magician. Guess we'll find out in a little while. All right, Emma. Well, you wake up on day 1, and you have the entire town available to you to talk to. Nobody outs anything immediately. What would you like to do? Who would you like to talk to?
Well, normally I'd pick as a random number seat 4 because it's my favorite number, but I don't want to talk to seat 4 because they're in the Magician nonsense, so I'll talk instead to seat 8. Because it's like talking to 2 seat 4s at the same time.
There you go. Why? Let's from the evil side of the perspective of magicians, since we were just talking about it. Why not talk to seat 4? Or
because I don't care.
5 or 12.
I'm a leech. I don't give anything about who's my minion, I'm not going to be killing any of these people unless I have to be.
Sure.
I don't care. They can try to figure it out for themselves. If maybe they will, maybe they won't. I don't really care. They can do their own thing. I'm doing my thing. Unless there's a godfather out there who's going to kill my leech host. That would be sad. But, you win some, you lose some.
Well, let's go talk to the double seat 4, seat 8. Hey, Emma, how are you?
Good today. Maybe evil tomorrow.
Oh, are you the cult leader?
Of course I'm the cult leader.
Ah, that's an interesting role, but you're good, so probably that means the players next to you are good, right?
That's right.
No, that sounds good. I'm also good, and I'm a pretty strong role. I'm the chambermaid.
Ooh, fun. Did you check me last night?
I didn't check you last night. I checked 2 players who are actually pretty far from you on the Grim. So I can check you tonight if you want.
Yeah, sure. Pretty good information. If you get a 1 on me, we kill one of my neighbors.
Yeah, that seems right. That makes a lot of sense. Okay, good.
Wait, did you get a 1 or a 0 last night?
I got a 1 last night.
Okay, because I'm just looking at this.
Obviously, I haven't talked to those players.
Yeah, but looking at this script, there's 4 4 or 5 good players who wake night 1. The chef, the sailor, the chambermaid, that's you, so you're not you.
It's not me.
The dreamer and the seamstress.
Yeah, I was looking at that.
Yeah. But
so maybe found a DA or a Serenovus.
4 evil players, because Leech, Godfather, DA, and Sarah always wake up. So that's basic. If you got a 1, that's basically a 50-50 that player's evil. So if you can figure out which one woke, we've probably found an evil.
That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go see if I can find the evil players. So yeah, I mean, I think we just kill anybody who is pretty isolated in a chambermaid 1.
Yeah, especially night 1. Well, after night 1, it gets a little harder because monk, exorcist,
right?
They start waking, but in Godfather stops waking, sort of.
But a lot of them do continue to wake. Or some of them do continue to wake. So yeah, okay, good to know. I'll look around for a sailor too in case I got sailor drunk.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, sounds good. Bye. All right, Emma. You get pinged by the player in seat 2.
Sure, we can talk to seat 2.
All right. Hey, Emma, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
Yeah, I'm fine. Doing just fine. Just was wondering if you wanted to maybe do a hard claim.
I'm being open this game.
Oh, you're playing an open game. That's great.
Yeah, I mean, I sort of have to, because I'm the cult leader. I'm going to be annoying you and wasting your time every single day.
Oh, okay, great. You're the cult leader. You're pretty far from me. I don't know if I'm going to vote on your cults, obviously. Yeah,
here's my plan. I'm currently good. I'm not going to vote on my own cult today to sort of prove that I'm good.
Okay, I mean, I guess that kind of makes sense. I don't know. I have to think about it. I'm the chef, but I'm not going to give out my information because magician's on the script, so I don't necessarily want to help the evil team.
Okay. Well, you do feel like sharing chef information is very powerful, so it's probably better to share it than try to hide it from the evil team, because they'll already know the potential chef members.
Yeah, I'll probably give it out in a day or 2 once I kind of get the lay of the land. But if there is a magician, I want to at least give them a day to figure stuff out,
Okay, well, you do you.
Yeah, I will. Thanks. All right, you go back to town, and I'll give you your choice. Any player you want to talk to, Emma.
Let's talk to seat 11.
Seat 11. All right. You talk to seat 11, and the seat 11 is what can I do for you? What can I do for you, Emma?
Yeah, just the cult leader. I'm good today, which means it's more likely than normal you're good.
You're the cult leader. Are you sure you're not the minion?
Yes, I'm sure I'm not the minion.
Not a minion. Okay, because I saw a demon token, but the other player I talked to said that they also weren't a minion.
What?
Yeah, I was shown 2 players as my minions. I was shown you and the player in seat 12 sitting next to me, but I think I might be the lunatic.
What?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm the lunatic.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm definitely the lunatic. If you're not a minion, and the player in seat 12 said they weren't a minion, I just got to be the lunatic, right?
What? I'm just confused, my friend.
Yeah, I don't know. It was confusing for me too, because I went and talked to the player in seat 12, and they said that they weren't a minion, and I gave them the bluffs that I was shown, and I was told that that one of those bluffs was their role, which was pretty weird. So yeah, I'm not 100% sure what's going on, but yeah, I think I must just be the lunatic. I'm probably just the lunatic.
Yeah, probably just the lunatic. So let's kill you.
Yeah, I mean, there's a Godfather on the script, so I prefer not to die necessarily right away until we figure that out. But
I go, yeah, but that gives us so much information, because then we don't have to worry about Boom Dandies or Saranovises anymore.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that kind of makes sense. Yeah, I guess we could kill me for Godfather information.
Yeah, I support it.
I mean, I guess I'm okay with it. I'm not super 100% with it, but yeah, maybe.
Plus, as the cult leader, this will let me get a read on seat 12, who you also saw as a minion. So, it'll let me get a read
you're
on
good.
that.
You're the good cult leader.
I'm the good cult leader.
Okay. All right. That seems. All right. I guess I kind of believe you.
Okay.
All right. Thanks.
Cool. So that player's obviously not the lunatic. There's no world there for the lunatic.
Okay. How come?
Because I don't have a lunatic. So either I'm the lunatic, in which case they ain't no lunatic, or they're not the lunatic because I don't have one.
All right, fair enough.
That's literally the only two options.
I won't change their character to lunatic on the Grim then. I'll just mark them as not the lunatic.
They could be Serenovus mad, but I think my logic is sound, and if it's not sound, I am a leech, which is the benefit of the leech, is you can make a little bit of some riskier plays and take some leaps of logic, because what they're going to do, kill you?
It's fair enough. Let's go back. We'll go back to town and do the nomination phase. I think because
I call for a cult.
Of course, you call for a cult, and a few players vote on it, including the player in seat 2. But unfortunately, you don't get a majority of players. You get maybe 4 or 5 players.
Okay, I push on seat 11.
The players in seat 9 and seat 11 do vote on your cult.
Oh, I don't vote on my cult. Like I said,
you said you wouldn't. Yeah, I assumed you wouldn't. Yeah. Okay, you're gonna push on seat 11. So you're gonna nominate seat 11, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. What would you like to say in your accusation?
I go. Seat 11 is claiming to be the demon who saw me as a minion. I don't think this could be true. I don't know, but I think if they are in fact the lunatic, it's useful for us to kill them now and learn whether there's a godfather in play. If they're just an evil messing around, good to get rid of them. Plus, as the cult leader, the other minion they saw was in seat 12, so this will let me to get a read on whether seat 12 might be an actual evil, like some lazy storyteller like to throw into their lunatic things.
Mm-hmm. That sounds fair. Yeah, I'm just a lunatic. I don't know that it really benefits us to. I don't know how much it benefits us to really do this. I mean, there is a potential for Godfather kill, but yeah. I mean, if you want to, I guess we can.
Yeah, I want to. That's why I nominated you, seat 11.
And you will be the deciding vote on this, Emma. There are five hands up, including all 3 of your potential minions.
Well, I vote on this.
Yep, and that puts 6 on. The player in seat 6 claims that the player in seat 2 is double claiming them. And nominates the player in seat 2. The player in seat 2 basically says no, I'm not. I'm definitely the chef, and I definitely have a number that I don't want to share right now. So yeah, I'm just the chef. Yeah. There's not enough votes on that to lift the player in seat 11 though. No other nominations. The player in seat 11 is executed and dies. And we go to nighttime, Emma. Now, I've left a whole bunch of little nuggets around here for you, a whole bunch of little tidbits. What kind of information do you feel like you've gleaned here, and how does that help you with your choices?
Yeah.
You do have to pick someone to kill.
Oh yeah. Well, we're killing seat 9. We already knew that.
Mm-hmm. And why are we killing seat 9?
Because I'm the public cult leader, and evil wants me to sit near them.
That's right. So evil players are going to kill off players next to the cult leader. The demon will do that.
Maybe not that, obviously. People might read through it, but again, I'm a leech. I can afford to be a little bit obvious.
Mm-hmm. You can be a little bit risky. Anything else that you're interested in here? Anything else that you've picked up on, little bits and pieces wise?
The chef double claim is weird. I'm going to need to investigate that by talking to seat 6 tomorrow. I do really want a chef number. Chef numbers are very useful to me in this game because 0 and 1 mean very different things. Seat 11 claiming to be lunatic probably means there's a Serenovus in play. They're almost certainly Saramad. I expect them to announce that tomorrow. I'll apologize profusely at the time. I would love to know who the chambermaid checked because the 1 is super useful, but I think they're probably just lying to me because they wouldn't. I think it's highly likely both seat 8 and seat 2 are lying because they wouldn't share that information. Good players tend to be more willing to share their information. if they're telling the truth. Yeah.
All right. Well, you wake up in the morning, and the very first thing that happens is that the player in seat 11 says, I claim Klutz, and I pick the player in seat 7.
Do you mean seat 9 says that?
A seat 11 says that.
They didn't claim Klutz when we executed them yesterday?
They didn't die in the night. Sorry, yes, they should have done that. They should have done that yesterday when they were executed. Sorry, that was just my mistake in giving the Grimma. Yes, they did that yesterday before they died. Sorry. In which case, if you wanted to change your pick.
No, I'm still killing seat 9.
Yeah, I figured you would. Yeah, so they did claim Klutz and pick seat 7.
Okay.
Yep. Sorry, that's my fault. Just a little out of order. Anyway, so I'll leave it open to you to find someone to talk to at the top of the day.
Seat 6.
All right, you go and talk to seat 6.
Hey, what's up with this double claim you're talking about?
Yeah, I don't really know what's going on. Seat 2's double claiming me. I'm the chef. The chef number is... I guess there's no reason for me not to say the chef number.
Yeah, Evil already knows it.
Yeah, it's a 0. So... I don't know why seat 2's double claiming me. It's just a chef 0.
Probably a powerful townsfolk role trying to hide. Or an evil player in the magician game.
Interesting. Yeah, that's possible, I guess. Yeah, not sure.
Okay, cool.
What are you? Are you really the cult leader?
I'm really the cult leader.
Are you still good?
Still good.
Huh. Alright. Interesting. Alright, who do you want to talk to next? I'll give you your run again, because we've been going for a while.
Let's talk to seat 1.
Talk to seat 1. Alright, you go and talk to seat 1. Hey, what's up?
Ask them what they want to do.
I want to kill the player in seat 12.
Why? What have they done to you?
I heard of information that suggests that the player in seat 12 is the Serenovus.
Ooh. Dreamer. Literally only that, or Savant, maybe.
Alright, well, we'll mark Dreamer and then hide underneath here. Maybe Savant.
Well, not Savant, because Savant's a bluff. Alright, I'm going to talk to seat 12 now.
Not Savant. Alright, you go talk to seat 12. Hey, what's up?
So you're evil, eh?
No, I'm the cannibal.
Yeah, the Serenovus.
Are you the demon?
Yes.
Okay. It's me and seat 5.
Perfect. Seat 4 is leech hosted.
You leech hosted the... Okay. Good guess.
It was a 1 in 3. I got the magician like I wanted to.
Good luck with that. Seat 5 is the Godfather. It's Klutz, Sweetheart, and Tinker.
Yeah, that checks out.
I'm pretty sure one of seat 6 and seat 2 is the Sweetheart trying to hide. I don't know what's going on with seat 8. They said they got a chambermaid 1 on seat 3 and seat 7.
One of those is probably a dreamer or seamstress then.
Possible. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, I think. Seat 2 is Matt is the lunatic today.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I don't know what you're doing, but you can bluff Savant or Sailor if you want to.
I'm probably just going to keep double claiming the cannibal. I think there's one out there somewhere.
Okay. Cool.
Alright, see ya. One more chat?
Sure. I'll talk to seat 3.
Alright, you go talk to seat 3.
I say, hey, what's up?
Hey, what's going on?
What do you feel like doing?
I don't think I want to share my role right now, but I'm pretty sure it's not... I'm pretty sure it's not a Vortox game.
Okay, just marking them as the Dreamer for now.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's not a Vortox game. I heard some information that makes it unlikely that it's a Vortox game.
Okay, cool.
You come back to town, and the player in seat 2 comes out very publicly and says, "Hey, everybody! I think I might be the lunatic, or I think I'm probably the lunatic. I had Chef as a bluff, but there seems like there's an actual chef in play, and neither of the people that I talked to claim to be my minions. So yeah, I think I'm just the lunatic." The player in seat 11 says, "I think that player's probably mad that they're the lunatic because I was mad as the lunatic yesterday, and I'm obviously the klutz." And the player in seat 2 then says, "No, I'm not mad. I'm the lunatic. I was given chef, exorcist, and fool as bluffs."
Cool.
And the player in seat 1 nominates the player in seat 12.
Okay.
The player in seat 1 says, "I've heard information that suggests that the player in seat 12 is probably evil, and that they are also in a double claim with a dead player. So I think we should kill the player in seat 12. The players in seat 1, 3, the players in seat 1, 3, 6, and 7 vote on this. Do you vote, Emma?
No.
Okay. Why don't you vote on the Ceranovus here?
Because they're the Ceranovus.
Cool. Yep.
There's no real reason for me to.
No real reason to put them on the block, right?
Yeah, I haven't heard this double claim. I'll have it justified. A bunch of people didn't vote on that.
Yeah, let's talk about voting to appear good as an evil player. Oops, hang on, Nope, it's good. They're good. Neither the magician nor the supposed godfather, at least, have voted on this. I'll change that token since you were told they were the godfather. Why would or wouldn't an evil player vote on another evil player? This isn't something we've really talked about.
Yeah, so, obviously voting on your minions is good and fine. They're expendable. Part of their job is to be body shields. It's better to kill a minion than you or your leech host in this scenario. But it's early. The argument wasn't that convincing. And it didn't get a majority without me, which is pretty easy with I guess we're an even number alive.
Mm-hmm. It's a little tricky, but
that means 5 other living players weren't interested in voting on it. We can't all be evil.
Right.
Plus, it's a vague script, so being a double claim doesn't mean the good living one is good evil. It means there's a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, we'll mark seat 9 as the cannibal here, since that's what your minion is claiming. And obviously seat 11 was the klutz. So, okay, is there anyone that you want to push on today?
Nope.
Right.
I did my pushing yesterday.
The town does eventually end up nominating and executing the player in seat 2, continuing to follow after these weird Ceranovus madnesses. Not really sure what's going on. We'll do one more night phase, I think, just to see if you can find any more useful things to kill. What do you want to do this night? What do you think's going on?
Oh, I'm gonna kill seat 8.
Oh, we are gonna kill seat 8. All right, let's kill seat 8.
So, a big question is, why aren't I killing seat 7? Because seat 7 is klutz confirmed. Mm-hmm. That is a good question. Seat 7 is not going to be killed all game, despite being klutz confirmed.
Why is that?
Because it's really weird that a player who's klutz confirmed isn't being killed.
Well, this game is going to go in an interesting direction, because when you wake up the following morning, the player in seat 8 and the player in seat 6 are dead. And the player in seat 2...
admits to being the sweetheart.
Nope, continues to claim lunatic. Says, yeah, I'm the lunatic. That was probably a godfather kill. Not sure what's going on with seat 11. The player in seat 8 says, I was the sage, and I know that one of Emma, or the player in seat 3, is the demon.
I go, "Woo, fun. Well, I'm not the demon, so let's kill C3 and see what happens."
And that's where we're gonna leave the scenario, I think, Emma. We've taken it a pretty good distance. Sometimes you can't avoid getting outed, although again, as the leech, it's not the end of the world, right?
Yeah, and it's a Sage King, so it's not necessarily the case that you're
That's right.
outed.
You can still fight it.
We can try to convince them to execute C3 first for me.
That's right, and whittle down the numbers a little bit at a time. I'll give you the Grim just out of interest. The player in seat 1 is in fact the Dreamer. The player in seat 2 is in fact the Sweetheart, who's been made mad as the Lunatic. The player in seat 3 is not the Dreamer. They are the Monk, who is working together with the Dreamer. They've decided to have a nice little trust tree there. Player in seat 4, of course, is your Leech Poison Magician. A player in seat 5 is the Godfather, who just got their kill on the player in seat 6, which is the Chef. The Godfather didn't kill the previous night. They sank it into seat 11 because they didn't want to double up on a kill with you and weren't sure what you were doing. So they were being cautious, which players sometimes do. The player in seat 7, who is now Klutz confirmed, is unfortunately for the town the Tinker, who might have died. The player in seat 8, of course, is the Sage, who was killed in the night by you. The player in seat 9 is the Sad Cannibal that you killed because they were sitting next to you. You're the Leech, bluffing cult leader. The player in seat 11 was, in fact, the Klutz, and the player in seat 12 is the Serenovus, who's been making people mad as the Lunatic. And that is your Grim for this Grim scenario.
Yeah, hope this was fun. Again, apologies for missing last week. I know many of you cried yourself to sleep over the lack of Grim scenarios.
Well, from Emma and myself, as always, we hope your scenarios this week are grim.
Goodbye. Will you join in our crusade? Who will be strong? Stand with me. Beyond the barricades, is there a milk you want to kill? Then join the fight. It'll give you the right to kill milk. Do you hear the people singing the song of killing milk? It is the music of the people who will not be fools again. When the beating of the heart echoes the beating of the drums, there is a lift to start when milk is killed.